Okay, this is Francois and I'm going to show you Microsoft Booking. Booking has been on the system in Microsoft 365 for quite a few years already. And in fact, I have a lot of people asking me, why don't you use it? Well, very simple. It's because it wasn't there yet, but now I believe it's quite a nice app and it's really getting there. So let's have a look already how and what it is and how to use it. So what I like to do when I explore an application is just really to go live into it and do it together. So I haven't used Booking for quite a while, at least on my environment. I use it in the different clients. So let's see the improvement we can see here. So here I'm on my home page of Booking. You can see that it's giving me a little portrait, image, little profile, and it's basically my dashboard. I'm going to use this to access my different pages. So, example, I want a page so that people can book a time with me. So I have created this quite some time ago. And this page allows me to have a calendar. I can also book the time by myself, but that's not really the point, right? Because Booking is for your customer, for your patient, for your client, anybody who works with you who may be inclined to book a time. So what you do very simply is that you have a page, you create it really quickly, and then you go into Booking page. You may switch this setting and say, okay, who can book the time, who can use this page really. So in my case, I would say, yeah, everybody available to anyone, absolutely anyone on the internet. So you don't have to think about login whatsoever. They will just get access to it. And that's all you need. Now you just need the address. So I will actually copy that address. And let's say I open a new browser, but as you can see, incognito browser. And my client, I would give them exactly this link. When they open the link, here we go. We can offer them some options. So in my case, I even give them options to switch between which service I can offer them. So they may say, all right, I want a meeting for just 20 minutes. And then this is the magic, because it's going to connect through your calendar, your own calendar, and tell you like, okay, this person, you are available at 9:30, 10, etc. But also, did you notice that you could have a different time zone? So over there, it tells you time zone, and that's really important because when you send it all over the world, the time zone might be different. So let's see why over there I can't change this time zone. There must be a reason, right? So if we switch back to our settings in Booking, let's have a look here. So in the page setting, Booking page, I have lots of options. For instance, the access control of this page, I want to disable it from any search engine. I can have the data consent, so that's all about GDPR and California data rights, etc. You may want to have a custom message over there. You can have a scheduling policy, so you may say, all right, I want my increments by 30 minutes or maybe by 1 hour. So every time I have meetings like this. Do I want lead time? So I want people to be able to cancel and book 6 hours before, or maybe I just say, all right, 3 hours before they're still able to cancel and book new ones. Do I want them to book 60 days or a lot more? So all this is things that I may have customized earlier. But then the important bit is about the time I wanted, right? So we're not going to change the color here, but just see that it's visible. You can have a logo as well. And over there, my time. So it was set to always show time zone in the business time zone. So that's exactly the problem here. So I'm just going to enable this. Do not set it to always and find the save button here. Let's go back to my anonymous page. Just refresh that. This time I'm going to again select a type of meeting. but I have a drop down now. So instead of saying 10:30, it will, by the way, detect your local time. So it will switch it to wherever you are, but you can also say, actually, my computer time is set into something, but I want to really configure and search the time for Pacific time. And then I would find out that there is a 9:20 available. Carry on, enter your data, your detail, and then maybe the person who sent you the link also pre-program some questions, right? So this is usually what I do, but also I may say, explain here the project that we need to talk about. And over there, my customer may type anything. When I click book, it goes into my email, and there's also a link to my MS Teams, and that's why it's super useful. But it was the reason I wouldn't use it before, because I don't always take my calls on Microsoft Teams. I could have a call on Zoom, on Google Meet, etc., etc. So for now, a little bit limited. When they open the option to have any kind of link, that would be brilliant. But for now, as you can see in booking page, you don't really have choice. You always going to connect to your Microsoft Teams. So over there, you can see that my introductory meeting is very much set up into my Microsoft Teams. You would be able to see that my meeting is set up automatically. Look, add online meeting. And even if you type a different address here, so you could have a Zoom link or a Google Meet, you're still going to be able to, you will still have the option here. If you just disable it, you won't have the option for Teams. So a little bit annoying. And also the link, of course, is not going to be unique. So we would like to have a dynamic link for each meeting. So for now, I would say that's the limitation I have. And other options we may have to use booking, and this has been quite released about 3 months ago, is to start with Outlook. So we are in our Outlook, Microsoft Outlook, but calendar. And now when you do an event, sometimes it's quite a mess to go back and forth with your colleague and your clients maybe. So you have a link here to go to my booking page. So what does it mean here? Let's have a look here. My booking page is a personal page. You will be able to add multiple pages, so you can have public pages, anybody will be able to click on it, or private, only people who have the link. So I've created one here, for instance, for one-to-one, and then public. So similarly as the booking, you would just say book time with me, and this is a page where your people can just book. I'm going to say training, and interesting, you have to deselect the time off. Here we go. We are going to again being forced to have a meeting in Teams, right? We can't really select another system, but never mind for that. And then public, and use my regular hour, or maybe you have a different hour, maybe extended hours, maybe you want to give the option to book time on a Saturday for people to have a drink even. And that's it. You just save it. This is your own personal page. You can now use a link, copy link, and then send it to someone. So again, if I go to my private page, let's do a new window, paste this. Here we go. This time I'm not going to have a very complicated number of services. I'm just going to continue as guest, and you arrive into my little agenda. Of course, you can see here as well the time zone as well. So a little bit different interface, which is pros and cons. It could be okay, but it's very simplistic and it's really easy to book. Again, you enter some email and questions, and then you can have your booking. So all this is accessible from our Outlook. So in the calendar here, we had new event, bookable time, and I can have a look at my page. So now I have created an additional, let's say, link or service. It's just for myself. What is great is that every person in your organization can have multiple pages. So they basically benefit from having things like Calendly, but for free because it's in the package. Now you know what Microsoft Booking is. If you like what I was sharing and what I discussed, please, as always, subscribe, like, and share it to people you like and you don't like.